Okay, it's just a quick update log. Actually made a lot of progress. As you can probably see in the reflections of the screen, I actually do have an animated light show for all my inserts now. Inserts are working correctly, and I've got them assigned to light up certain modes for showing, indicating qualification or doing shots and stuff like that. So it's all good. It's been a bit of a long haul, if I'm honest with you. I had to start all over again. The original game, playfield, I just wasn't happy with the way it played. It shot, in my view, poorly, so I've kind of redone the whole playfield, I'm not going to lie. Completely changed all the mechs, new metalwork, new ramps, everything. Not prepared to show the playfield today because basically that'll be for a future reveal once the artwork is finished. My wife is currently working diligently on the cabinet art, so I'll be able to show that, I imagine, sometime shortly. You can already see, at least here, an indication of the powder coating, because that's effectively a custom speaker panel that thankfully got built by a friend of mine, because my woodworking skills absolutely suck. Game itself took a while to rebuild because everything changed. The targets, the ramps, the switches, the code effectively got gutted. I kind of used what I learned from the first time round as a learning curve to kind of help me along with the new foundations, and kind of refactored a lot of the code to now work more in a modular fashion. Before, it used to be large file sets of like one file that would stream on for ages, and trying to hunt through the code for problems was a nightmare, to say the least. Godot is still suffering from that, small, I would say, slightly, because it's still built upon the original kind of like UI that I had originally fashioned for the game. I even built a test menu out, which you can see by that kind of prompt at the bottom, which I then built my own test menu for the light, so it helped me identify which light is associated to which number in the chain, and then I could obviously then update the label and assign it to the correct mode or shot or whatever I needed it to do. I am rambling, sorry. I meant to make this short, but this is ended up being a little bit longer. It's the first time I've really had a decent chance to kind of show something, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to kick off the game. Hopefully it's not too loud because my son is sleeping at the moment. Okay, it's not too loud. So ball's currently in the chamber. I'm not going to obviously show the playfield for previous reasons that I've mentioned, but you can see here we have an interface. We have basically the player indicated in the bottom left corner, what ball they're on, and we do have scoring associated to all of the playfield. The TV set effectively plays the scene from whatever I needed to do in the movie, from scenes in the movie. I basically got I've got so many copies of this movie. I've got like several 4K versions of it, several Blu-ray versions of it. I ripped a Blu-ray version that I felt most represented the color palette that John Carpenter had in mind when he first made it. I think it was an Arrow release that I got the rip from this one, because I had several other versions of the movie. It's my favorite movie, The Thing. So yeah, as you probably could tell from the music. Let me launch the game and then I'll just walk you through some of the advanced code that I've done before. That is loud, so I'm going to turn that down before I get yelled at by my wife. Sorry, as the amp is incredibly powerful on this game. It's one of these ones up here I bought. No LiPi stuff here. It was about a £90 amp, so it wasn't cheap. Right then, so you can see there it was already kicking off some scores, and it's basically begun part of the playfield. So I'm just going to hit some targets, which you can see have associated sound effects for them, courtesy of I think it's Jeff, i.e. Dirty Paul, who provided some stock sounds that I've more than happily used at the moment. I'm just going to qualify a mode.
I don't trust anyone. Time for a blood test. Shoot the mode shot.
So we've got a blood test being qualified there. Now, one of the key things I've done in this game, because it is mode driven, it's a story driven game, I've set it so that you can qualify more than one mode at a time. And then you can then choose which mode you want to qualify, or I would say start. So I'm going to qualify another mode. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what the hell should be. Maybe I'm missing something here. Oh, left orbit. It's funny when you can't even remember what buttons you've pressed to qualify your modes. It should have qualified more than one mode. Trying to remember what I've done wrong. Maybe it's...
Someone's infected. We need to figure out
Here we
who.
go.
Shoot the mode shot.
It's a problem when I don't remember what ones. I've got to update my colours to specify which mode is which, but I've been working on that, so look, it's a work in progress. So now we have 2 modes qualified. So I'm going to enter the scoop, which is the way to start the modes. And you can see there, it plays basically a small video clip of that mode, and then you can use the left and right flippers to then switch between the modes. And obviously, from my point of view, I then worked on a small screen transition that does basically the flicking between modes there to make it look like a TV set. And then obviously then from a user's point of view, they've got a clear indication of what mode they're going to start, and then they can use the launch button to start the game. So this is being built in a Bally-Williams cabinet. I wish I'd never started in a Bally-Williams cabinet, I'm not going to lie with you. It's been an absolute nightmare, especially like building out this panel and putting in like my own custom LCD screen that would then fit inside this panel. It's not been easy, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, then after that you just launch the button, that starts the mode, and you can see that starts the video sequence of basically, and then...
Okay, let's figure out who's not human.
Yeah, there we go. I hadn't thought for a moment whether or not I'd start the timer, so there you go. It gives you some time to basically start the game, enter the mode, figure out what you need to do. So later on I'll update these graphics to make them more visible, but you do have instructions at the top to say what you need to do to complete the mode. So we'll hit the drag targets.
Hit the blood targets. Shoot up the ramp.
So that's supposed to say shoot the creature, but I haven't updated the voice yet, so that's fine, that's a work in progress. But you can obviously see that it's triggering at least a call out to say do this.
Now you know what I already know. I'm not one of them.
And there we are. Now the music obviously is a work in progress as well, so ignore that. So we'll exit that mode. In fact, I'll just exit that so we can just stop the music from playing, because that's quite annoying after a while. I do need to fix the music. Anybody who wants to help me with that is appreciated. But yeah, basically that's where we're at. So we do have mode qualification, we have mode selection to allow for multiple modes to be played. We also have the ability to fail a mode or start a mode. It has logic to obviously remember what mode has been succeeded, so it doesn't need to be repeated. And it has the ability to enter into a wizard mode. So at the moment I've coded 6 modes. 1 of those is wizard mode, 5 of those are normal modes. Whether I do more than 5, I don't know. I want to get to a position, if I'm honest with you, where the game foundation works and you can get to a mode and complete it, which I have done. But I need to do more with those modes. They're very basic at the moment. You know, there's like 1 phase to them. I kind of want to make multiple phases. So rather than maybe having more modes, I want to make them deeper and longer instead, so that there's more to do in it, so there's like phases to them. So that will be my next step in the future. But yeah, look, just wanted to give you guys a kind of a walkthrough of what's been done. I did say quick. Unfortunately, in my vocabulary, that doesn't seem to mean fast. It just means to seem that I go on for 10 minutes, so apologies. Hopefully you found this insightful. I'll do some more videos of the cabinet art when it's ready, which hopefully will be very soon. Followed by the playfield art, and you get to see the game in its glory, hopefully. Fingers crossed. There you go, end of the update. Thanks for watching.